Good evening from the Viejas Arena on the campus of San Diego State. Scott Gross along with Cole Johnson. And what a thrilling end to 4 days of the NCAA tournament.
Yeah, no better way to end the first weekend of the tournament here in 2022 than an overtime thriller between a 1 seed and a 9 seed. I mean, it was just an incredible basketball game, and the way that ended to end the first weekend and to have 16 teams left, what a way to go out.
These teams have not met since 1952. This was only the third meeting between the two. TCU won both meetings back in 1939 and back in 1952. Arizona looking to change things tonight. Didn't look very good early on. TCU jumped out to an 8-0 run.
Yeah, it was a game of runs all the way from the opening tip until the final horn. Both teams got their piece. It was TCU coming out of both halves, though. 8-0, like you said. Arizona finally settled down and kind of got the hang of things, got their offense in it. It was a huge battle down low on both ends. It was Eddie Lampkin for the Horned Frogs and then Christian Koloko for the Wildcats. It was just such a good battle. He had 18 in the first half, and that's really where the turn of the tide was. But the game of runs, and then TCU came out in the second half big too, 11-2 run. They went up 6 two different times, but Arizona kept battling, and that's just a classic 1 versus 9 matchup there. What a fight for the Horned Frogs, even though they came out short.
And it was a battle for both teams. It did not look like a number 1 versus a number 9, even though Arizona led by 3 at the half. TCU came back. They led by 6 twice in the second half. They went on I believe, an 11-0, 12-0 run to give themselves a little bit of cushion near the end, and then battling back. Then it was the Pac-12 Player of the Year and Outstanding Player of the Tournament, Benedict Mathurin, who put the team on his shoulders multiple times in the second half.
Yeah, it wasn't just one time, like you said. It was multiple, and we're not messing around about that. He took over in that second half, hitting the game-tying 3 with just 14 seconds left. That's why we went to overtime, and then he took over again in the overtime period as well.
Milliseconds before regulation ended, Dalen Terry had a slam dunk, but just too late before the light went on and the buzzer went off. We went to overtime, and again, the Wildcats would be led by guess who? Mathurin and Koloko. They got it done, a three-pointer, and then a missed 3 by Mathurin, cleaned up by Koloko. 85-80 the final. Arizona, they win. They advance to the Sweet 16 with an 85-80 win. They will now play Houston next Thursday, and they're returning to the Sweet 16 for the first time since 2017.
Yeah, unbelievable. You know, this team hasn't even been in the tournament since 2018 because of all the postseason bans coming through this program, and just to come out like this in Tommy Lloyd's first season, it's just been an incredible run, and they'll get a good Houston Cougars team later this week for sure.
No coach in his first year has ever won an NCAA national championship, unless you include Steve Fisher, who was an interim coach for the 1989 Michigan Wolverines. It wasn't a full season. 1 more week to go. The Arizona Wildcats survive. They will be in San Antonio later on this week. From San Diego, for Cole Johnson, I'm Scott Gross for KYMA Sports.